Hey everybody, this is Byung-hun, aka The Terrible Shine, and welcome back to my video reviews. I'm so sorry once again that it has been quite a while since the last couple of reviews I've done. Christmas and New Year's was pretty much a really busy time for me, and also the few weeks afterwards were pretty busy as well with work and family visiting and whatnot. So I'm definitely have a lot of films I need to catch up on in terms of video reviews. So I have a lot that I will be discussing over the next couple of videos, especially films that actually came out months ago that I've only just finally get around to viewing now. One of those in particular I will be doing for this bit of comeback video review, and that of course is Antoine Fuqua's remake of The Magnificent Seven. So let's get right into it. Now, it's been a few years since I've seen the original Magnificent Seven film, but I would say I really liked it. I thought it was a really good, really engaging and fun film. So I was very curious to see how this remake was going to turn out, especially with Antoine Fuqua as the director of it. And to be honest though, Antoine Fuqua has always been kind of a hit and miss director for me. Like, there are a lot of films of his that I really like Training Day, Brooklyn's Finest, The Equalizer, but he's also made some films that I thought were kind of mediocre as well, like Olympus Has Fallen, Bait, Southpaw. Like, I wasn't really a big fan of either of those ones, and also there was a couple others as well I could add in there, but so he's always been kind of hit and miss. So I was very curious to see how which end of the spectrum his remake of The Magnificent Seven will fall under. And I would say, having seen the film now, I would say it's kind of in the middle. But to be fair, I think I don't think it's as good as the original Magnificent Seven. Like, it kind of lacks that kind of spark that made the original great. But I think on its own, it's still a pretty decent film. Like, I did have a lot of fun watching this one, but at the same time though, it kind of doesn't really bring anything new to the table in terms of like characters or story or anything like that. It pretty much does follow the blueprints of the original, like, to a T in terms of its plot and all that. But the main difference is, of course, is its cast. And this one has, like, the original Magnificent Seven had an amazing cast. And this one, though, while not quite as, gigantic of a cast as that, but this one has a great collection of actors and quite a diverse cast as well of actors who I'm really a big fan of. Of course, Denzel Washington is always great. He does a really good role. I mean, he's really good once again in the lead role. And of course, like Chris Pratt, Ethan Hawke, Vincent D'Onofrio, Byung-hun and the rest all do really solid work as well. Although I will say though, I found Vincent D'Onofrio's character very bizarre in terms of like how he sort of portrays this character that he plays. But he did kind of, every time his character does speak, it did kind of take me out of the movie at times. But as the film sort of goes on, I kind of got used to it, and I kind of got to see what he was going for. Like, it definitely is a very quirky character he's playing, but I'm not sure if he 100% works though. But other than that though, for most part, especially later on in the film, he does get a lot better and gives it pretty solid work there. And direction-wise, I think it's pretty well directed. All the action set pieces are really well done, really intense, and also production design's really good, costumes as well, and also the score, which was co-written by the late great James Horner, is really well done. I'll definitely miss James Horner because I always found him like a really great composer, and I've enjoyed a lot of his scores over the years. So the themes that he created for this film just before his death were really well done, and I found them quite rousing and just really enjoyable. There were just good scores in this one. In terms of negatives, like I said, I felt like, even though Peter Sarsgaard, who plays the villain, does the best what he can work with, but I kind of felt like his character was very underwritten and kind of not as compelling as he could have been. And almost at times, like, he's the kind of villain that he's not really that kind of a match to the good guys, and he just kind of lets all of his cronies do all the hard work and all that. So, I mean, Sarsgaard, he does the best what he can do with the role, but I can't help but feel like his character was underdeveloped. And of course, like, the script, which for most part is decent, but I wish that they kind of did a little bit more to it. or took a bit more risk with it, because it does pretty much follow the original plotline to a T. Like, it has some new things here and there, mostly in terms of its characters, but it doesn't really sort of offer any kind of surprises, and it is pretty predictable, though. So, yeah, so if I had to give overall, if I had to give a rating to The Magnificent Seven, I give it a solid 3. Like, it's decent fun, but nothing more, nothing less. So, yep, that's the end of my video review of The Magnificent Seven. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all later. See you guys.